Hello fellow RVers, welcome to another episode of RV Tips and Trips. We have now been living in our RV for a full month now. And actually it's not bad. We have now become accustomed to the smaller space and find it actually quite comfortable. I have no issues living in 260 square feet as opposed to what we used to have of 2,600 square feet. So everything's going well, and we're still staying put. Like I said, Kathy's still working, but it gives us time to get other things done before we actually do hit the road. And let's see, yesterday, well, I got a haircut, yay. Long overdue. It's getting kind of shabby looking. First time I actually went to a barber shop. It's been many years. Always went to the stylist places, but for some reason the hairstylists I've been getting these days have been like messing up the hair. It just got like out of control. So I went to a barber shop, and it was Old Colorado City, so the next town over from here. The guy did a really good job. I like it a lot. So definitely a lot easier to deal with. So I was driving down the road and I saw the barber shop, pulled into parking spot and did a little research. I looked online to see what kind of reviews he got, and got very good reviews, so I gave him a try. And it's a one-man shop, been there a long time. It's Nelson's Barber Shop in Old Colorado City. I recommend him. Very friendly, nice conversation, and does a good job. Let's see, we also yesterday went and got our applications for passports all taken care of. So we got all the information together. We had scheduled an appointment at a post office up in Woodland Park, which is about 20 minutes down the road from where we're staying, and got that all taken care of. And so we should be receiving our passports in 4 to 6 weeks. We found the post offices in Colorado Springs were just jam-packed with people trying to get passports. So did set up an appointment with one through the USPS website, and then the day of the appointment they called me and said they don't have anybody available to be able to do passports. I guess they had one person who did that stuff and they left. So we scheduled another appointment with a different post office up in Woodland Park. And that appointment was for yesterday. We went up and got that done. It was a good experience with that post office. They got us in and out in a half hour. Easy, real easy deal. So we got our passports, so we should be getting those in 4 to 6 weeks. This way, when we eventually want to go to Alaska, which I don't think will be this year, but maybe next year, we can travel up through Canada into Alaska, and that ought to be a lot of fun. Of course, Canada has a lot of forests to discover, so I think probably in the real hot summer months we'll go up into Canada. Thomas sees ducks. We got ducks here. We're at a park right nearby where we're staying, and he's torturing the ducks. So apparently, in our haste to get out of the house and into the trailer, I threw away a lot of stuff. perhaps a little bit more, than what I was planning on. There were some things that we were intending to keep. I think I've accidentally threw away on that last night before closing on the house. So looks like I may have to rebuy some stuff. I already have some electronic devices, you know, for the TVs in the camper, like the one in the bedroom. It only has one HDMI input, and I mounted a DVD player in the bedroom right on the wall, and I only found there's only one HDMI input, so I had to buy an HDMI switch, which, like I said, I had one before. We kept our Wii, and we were planning on keeping certain games, just a few, and I think I accidentally threw those game DVDs away. So, whoops. Oh well. Worst comes worst, we'll buy some games, I guess, for the Wii. It's been a busy time. So getting a lot of things done. I'm thinking maybe I should build some additional storage on the front of the trailer. Would be good. So the trailer has a 2,300 pound load carrying capacity, so I think I would be okay, because I don't think I am anywhere near that, even with the full tank of water. I think we're full tank of water, because that's an 80-gallon tank, so that's what, another 860 gallons, or 860 pounds of weight. And like I said, the total load carrying capacity of that trailer is 2,300 pounds. So there's no way I got 1,000 pounds worth of stuff in the trailer, but we'll see. Kathy kept a lot of her kitchen stuff, like her KitchenAid mixer and all sorts of gadgets and cast iron pots and stuff. And that's all in the trailer. We were able to fit all that. I am working on health insurance still. I do have dental and vision currently that I'm paying for, which wasn't bad through AMAC. Now through Escapees, which is another resource, there's some insurance for full-time RVers, and so I'm thinking I got a plan in mind. I'm doing a little more investigating about, and I think I'll let you know next week on that one. So far this month, the weather has gotten quite a bit milder. Still gets pretty cold at night, but nowhere near as what it was getting in January. So the propane consumption has gone way down. So I paid for one tank. I'm going to check the other tank here in a little bit and see, but it's lasting a lot longer, which is good news. So that will drop our costs. Okay, and as far as retiring early, well, I don't think 62 is early, but they consider it early. And going full-time RVing, yes, I think this was definitely the right thing to do after all is said and done. It is everything that it is cracked up to be and more. I have eliminated so much stress out of my life. It's unbelievable. And it's going to be even more stress-free once we are actually traveling, and get rid of some of these credit card debts too. Credit cards can really kill you. So I have absolutely no regrets about doing this at this point. It was kind of, we had tense moments. We made mistakes along the way, but nothing disastrous. So it's definitely worth it. So if you are considering doing something like this, don't hesitate. Just do it. If you try and rationalize it and overanalyze things, you'll end up never doing it, and that would be a shame. You know what is the worst thing that can happen? You go down the road, you decide, oh man, I don't like it. Well then, get rid of the RV, buy a house, and go back to the way you were. But this is a much simpler life, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So life is short, no question about it. You just never know what tomorrow is going to bring health-wise, so do it while you can. That's my advice to someone who is considering this. Just go ahead and do it. My goal is to visit all the national parks. There are 58 of them, and I want to see them all. You also have 117 national monuments. So I think there is plenty of things for us to see and do. If we can accomplish all that, then boy, that would be awesome. So, and there are 4 national parks right here in Colorado, which I've seen, but we might go ahead and revisit them. Since we started a new life, our new life is to do all 58 national parks. So I think we'll do them again. What the heck? So Rocky Mountain National Park, Great Sand Dunes, Gunnison, and so we're going to see it all again. Now I almost forgot to mention, if you are age 62 or over, get yourself the senior pass for the national parks. You'll get access to all the national parks for free and all the national monuments for free, and it also may reduce your cost for campsites. I think it cuts it down to about 50%. So the pass, it's a lifetime. So it went up last year to $80. It went from $10 to $80, but it's still an exceptional value. You will save a ton of money if you want to visit all the national parks throughout the country. You can buy it online through the Forest Service or the National Parks website. You do pay an additional $10 handling fee if you go that route. Or you can buy it at any national park or national monument and pay your $80 at there and get your card right away. So highly recommend that you do that as soon as you're 62. Do it, you know, and save a bunch of money. Right, and so now I'm signing up for America's Mailbox. It's a mail forwarding service, but it gives you a address, a personal mailbox, which is considered an address in South Dakota. And you do not have to be a resident to register your cars in South Dakota. So, so that's cool. And the folks at America's Mailbox, once you've signed up for an annual mailbox, they will do the legwork for you, register the car, and then mail you the plates. So I got Kathy's car is due this month for renewal here in Colorado. So I am going to get a PMV with America's Mailbox, and their fee for doing the legwork on registering the car is like 30 to 50 bucks. Well worth it, and then we don't have to run up there as yet. It doesn't establish residency, does not, but you can register your car there in South Dakota. And so registration is a heck of a lot cheaper in South Dakota than it is in Colorado, because we have ownership tax here, which they do not have there. So that's what we're going to do, register her car there, and then when we finally do eventually leave here, then we will head on up to South Dakota, do the one night. You only need to stay in South Dakota one night to establish residency, which is, I find it totally amazing. So, and then we'll get our driver's licenses, and then we'll be domiciled in South Dakota. And I think it's great. They don't have income tax, no ownership tax, sales taxes are low, auto insurance rates are among the cheapest in the nation, so we're going to get our auto insurance up there too. So it's going to be a huge cost savings by going to South Dakota. So once I get all that done, I'll let you know how that all goes. So Monday, February 19, that would be that's the third Monday of the month. And as promised in our schedule, we are going to have a live Q&A session. So that will be Monday, February 19 at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And it will probably run from 7 until about maybe 7:30. So 7 p.m. Mountain Time, February 19. That's a Monday night. So on the East Coast, that would put you around 9 o'clock, and on the West Coast, that should be somewhere around 5 o'clock. So, and I said, you know, log in, and whatever questions you have, I'll try and answer. So I'll see you then. Okay, and now I also want to mention that if you subscribe, you will get notified when I do go live. So hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.